Hello, sister. Happy holidays. Or is it happy holidays? That is a good question, right? A lot can bubble up during this time of year, and that's why I want to come in live for you over the next few weeks to support you in this holiday season. Not only to support you to feel good, to also experience more love. And so, if you're flying solo for the holidays, I offer to you that there are some love hacks that you could tap into to have extraordinary love, extraordinary fun, and sail through the holidays with ease and enjoyment so that when you hit the ground running in 23, you feel full. And not because you've just eaten a ton of food, but because you're actually feeling good about yourself. You're feeling solid within yourself, and you didn't overextend over the holidays. You didn't give more than you had to give, that you really took good care of yourself. So I really thought it would be important to hop in here and to support you and give you some love hacks over the next few weeks. So as I share these love hacks, feel free to post below some of your comments as well as some of maybe additional love hacks in addition to mine that has to do with the topic. When I think of hacks, I think of shortcuts. I think of easy to access things that aren't too complicated, that you don't have to research, that you don't have to practice. Easy, low-lying fruit so that you can tap into your heart and feel better and more joy during the month of December. Today is still November for some of you that are watching this, and bottom line is the holidays, right? Sometimes you find yourself alone. Sometimes you're noticing on Facebook everybody's having a blast, and maybe you're still doing the Netflix thing solo. Wherever you are, sister, I want to offer to you that there are ways that you can enjoy this holiday season, whether you have a partner, whether you're dating, or whether you have chosen to be solo or just are solo because of circumstances. So today's love hack is planning. I know this is going to sound like really, Junie, planning, but seriously, fail to plan to fail. That's the saying. Fail to plan to fail. And so one of the things I know that happens during the next few weeks, lots of people will be putting things on their calendar. Lots of things coming up for a lot of people. There are events that you're going to be invited to. There are dinners to be invited to. There are holiday parties, work parties, friend parties. There may not be anything that you've been invited to. There's this broad spectrum of opportunities or lack thereof. So what do? So the first thing is you need to look at your schedule and plan out how much is going on. How many things do you want to tap into? How many things do you actually want on your calendar? How many events do you want in a week? What is enough and what is too much? So that's important to really slow down and ask yourself what's going to work for you and what's not going to work for you. Because at the end of the day, if you're overwhelmed, if your schedule is like jamming, you're not going to be feeling the love. Certainly you're not going to be feeling connected and supported within yourself. You're going to be overextended and overgiving. And that can create a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and that can really get in the way of you feeling joy and being able to connect more beautifully with your beloveds, with your friends and family, and of course with yourself. So looking at your calendar, seriously, look at your calendar and plan out not only spaces between those events so that you know you can ground and you know you could take good care of yourself and maybe have a beautiful evening by yourself with candles, with a great movie, ordering some yummy food. Just because you're solo during the holidays doesn't mean you can't have a blast. Just because you're solo during the holidays doesn't mean you can't love up on yourself. So looking at your calendar and making sure that you have things to look forward to with people and solo. Because if you're going, that can feel really overwhelming. And that's where healthy boundaries comes in, right? You may not want to say yes to everything. You might need to say no because you're just doing too much. And if you find that your calendar is kind of light on activities and there's not a lot coming up, that's a really good thing to notice. So put something on the calendar for yourself. Reach out to some sisters. Have a dance party online. Schedule something with some friends, whether it's out in the world or virtually, so that you have something on the calendar. If you know that being alone is challenging for you, it's really important to notice that's on the calendar for you, so that you can fill it up with something juicy, fill it up with something that can feel good. And so planning is really important, so you don't suddenly go, oh my God, if I have one more event, because that's going to drain you and that's not going to feel great. And that's not going to allow you to open up to the next love hack, which is next week, about specifics around calling in a date, connecting with somebody new. This is the time. This is the hot time this next month to potentially find somebody online. So I want to give you some love hacks next time about dating and dating well and dating successfully during the holiday season. For now, I'm going to really encourage you to look at your calendar and really make sure you have balance. Make sure that you're not finding yourself alone when you don't want to be alone, and get some buddies around this. Keep posting in the Facebook group if you're in the Facebook group, and if you're in I always say Zoom, in YouTube, then you really need to really think, where can I connect with other people that are similar, on a similar journey as me? Where can I tap in to some festivities that will warm my heart and fill up my heart and feel good during the holiday season? So this takes a little effort, not a lot, a little effort, a little consciousness, so that you know that you're in control of what's coming. You're not at the mercy of the calendar and the craziness of the holidays. So deep self-care. So self-care, that's, numero uno, is looking at your calendar. And next week, I'm going to give you some love hacks around dating and calling in a partner during the holidays. All right. Post below if you have any questions. I look at all the messages, look at all the questions, and let me know maybe one takeaway that you got from today. Maybe you're like, oh yeah, I am overwhelmed, or oh yeah, I don't have any plans. I need to look at that. Give me some comments below so I know that you got something out of this, as well as asking any questions. And if you're watching the replay in the Facebook group, please write replay, #replay, so I know you're here. And if you're watching the YouTube station, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube station. In fact, if you're in the Facebook group, there's a lot happening on the YouTube channel, Midlife Love Out Loud. So check it out, subscribe to the station, and I will see you next week. Mwah! Be well, sister.